Good evening. If you are joining us on the stream from Flow Wrestling or the WAC Digital Network, we got a couple exhibition matches before the Utah Valley Missouri Tiger duel. So enjoy these few matches before the official duel gets underway. Thank you.
Missouri Tigers and our Utah Valley Wolverines. Fans, please direct your attention to the mat for a special presentation. The Den held a social media giveaway where UVU students were able to enter to win a Ninja Booty, whey protein, a sharper image massage gun, courtesy of the Den, UVU's student experiencing program. Tonight's winners were randomly selected. Please make some noise for the winners of our Wrestling Den social media giveaway. Jacob Rosenbrock and Josh Solberg. If you want a chance to win prizes like this, follow the Den at the Den UVU and keep up on all things student experience.
The Big 12 Wrestling Championship returns to Tulsa's BOK Center Saturday and Sunday, March 5th and 6th. See the nation's top collegiate wrestlers and defending NCAA champions compete for the Big 12 title and a spot in this year's National Championship Tournament. All session tickets start as low as $37 and can be purchased through Ticketmaster.com. The Big 12 Wrestling Championship in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Get your tickets now. The Big 12 Wrestling Championship returns to Tulsa's BOK Center Saturday and Sunday, March 5th and 6th. See the nation's top collegiate wrestlers and defending NCAA champions compete for the Big 12 title and a spot in this year's National Championship Tournament. All session tickets start as low as $37 and can be purchased through Ticketmaster.com. The Big 12 Wrestling Championship in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Get your tickets now. The Big 12 Wrestling Championship returns to Tulsa's BOK Center Saturday and Sunday, March 5th and 6th. See the nation's top collegiate wrestlers and defending NCAA champions compete for the Big 12 title and a spot in this year's National Championship Tournament. All session tickets start as low as $37 and can be purchased through Ticketmaster.com. The Big 12 Wrestling Championship in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Get your tickets now.
Welcome to the campus of Utah Valley University, where we welcome the Missouri Tigers in to challenge the Utah Valley Wolverines. We appreciate everybody's attendance here. We are having a moment of silence for a local legend, Darrell Henry, coach, wrestler, Division I wrestler, impacted a lot of lives here. So now we're going to be doing our national anthem. Stay with us if you will, and then we'll get underway with the announcements. Thanks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome as we introduce and we welcome the number 14th ranked Missouri Tigers to take on the Wolverines of Utah Valley University. This is a big matchup. We love Big 12 wrestling here in Utah. It's always a treat to get these ranked opponents, teams stacked full of ranked wrestlers, everybody vying to get those matchups, get those victories and those common opponents for the postseason. That's where we're going to have these Big 12 championships in Tulsa, Oklahoma, followed by national championships held in Detroit, Michigan this year. So as we welcome you, my name is Sam Allen. I'm here with Jason Tolbert. Jason, what's up?
Hey, glad to be here. We've seen some great matches this evening. We're looking forward to the final duel of the night. Those of you checking in on Flow, welcome. These guys are getting amped up, getting ready to shake hands and start the duel.
Tigers coming to us. As you can see, our probable lineups, number 12 ranked Certain versus our number 13th ranked Taylor Lamont. We're super stoked about that. Crawford at 133 going up against 13th ranked Drury. Number 5 ranked at 141 pounds going up against Smith. Number 17 Edmond at 149 going against the Edo Butte. 18 Jacques going against Garut. We're really excited about these. 8 ranked wrestlers on Missouri's team.
Second half of the lineup, Missouri will have Bolkin wrestling Danny Snedeker of Utah Valley. Harmon wrestling number 32, Kekana Foray. Number 16, Kent at 184 wrestling number 28, Jacob Armstrong. Number 4, Rocky Elam, 197 wrestling number 24, Evan Brockman. for Utah Valley, and at heavyweight, closing out the duel, number 15, Elam for Missouri Wrestling, Chase Trussell, Utah Valley. These guys finishing up, shaking hands. We'll have a coin toss. We'll get started. So Missouri, Mizzou wrestled Wyoming, first duel the afternoon. Came away with a victory there. Utah Valley versus Wyoming just occurred. Close duel. Each team walking away with 5 wins. Turned out Wyoming won the duel on points. And joining us now is Mizzou versus Utah Valley. We have captains going to the center. So a lot of opportunity for Utah Valley, a young team looking to wrestle some higher ranked and ranked opponents, to be able to compete there and show them what they're made of.
So tonight's lineups, this was a tri-duel, and Wyoming's in town too. So Missouri went against Wyoming, and UVU. Everybody's wrestling everybody, but these lineups are really got some everybody moving around. Or I shouldn't say everybody. There's a lot of wrestlers up weight classes moving around. COVID's kind of hit some of these teams. Wyoming had to cancel 2 duels. UVU had a COVID protocol where we had to do a postponing of a couple duels. So it's good to get wrestling back here. It's good that even though these are in some ways some skeleton crews, everybody's getting on the mat. Big announcement. We wanted to see number 1 Keegan O'Toole, the freshman standout from Missouri. We were hoping to see him come out and wrestle tonight. He did not make the trip. So gonna miss him here. Can't wait to see what happens as we face him and other really stacked opponents in regionals and in our nationals.
Yeah, rumor has it Mizzou will be in the Big 12 conference starting next year, Sammy?
Yes.
So another tough team to add to the conference is getting tougher and tougher. The Big Tens, I mean, they get most of the hype, and a lot of those teams, the top teams are in the Big Ten, but Big 12 is there. And so Mizzou will be an awesome addition. So we are starting the match off tonight at 1:49. Number 17 Edmond versus Sam Edelblut. Utah Valley was so, wow. There's a lot of action there. We gotta replay that in slow-mo. So Edelblut in on the shot, picks him up over his head. Edmond, as he gets returned to the mat, hits a switch, and there's no score there.
Actually, Jason, I was just looking this up. This is a year, their first year back in the Big 12. Missouri had been in the MAC conference. This is their first year back in the Big 12.
Oh,
so
perfect.
not next year. It's this year.
Even better.
Oh, didn't want to get in that cow catcher there, but now we're in a cradle. Edmond rolls him through. Bam, we're right into this cradle situation. Kind of a weird lock right up around his neck. It's going to be difficult to turn that and make that a pin, almost like a tilt. But if he readjusts and puts both knees behind this leg and runs it over, it's going to be lights out. But lets that lock go, and now riding tough on top. Quick 6 points, Jason.
Yeah, after that flurry in the first 20, 30 seconds, I mean, there's some action out of Edmond. Ranked 17th in the country, extremely competitive athlete. Just won his match also against Wyoming. It was actually in sudden victory, but extremely gamey, extremely athletic competitor.
I just got news. There's duels going on all tonight. Last night, tonight. Big news. Northern Iowa goes into Stillwater, Oklahoma, and upset Oklahoma at home.
Good for them.
Oklahoma State, my bad. Stillwater, Oklahoma State upset the Cowboys. So big news. If you're following, go check that out.
Love a good upset.
Edmond just really just kind of swarming on top of Edelblut.
Gets to his feet, gets returned, tries to hit a roll out of that, and winds up in a somewhat of a tilt.
As you remember, Oklahoma State came in here. Awesome to have this top-ranked, opponents come through. Blinked Utah Valley. I mean, we had some good matches, but it goes to show you that just that level. One of the things that Chase and you and I noticed was just position, just regular positions. Oklahoma State was rarely out of position. I feel like that happens a lot here. I think Missouri, like the pace, I think their position's good. And that's what it shows, I think, some areas where UVU can further develop.
Yeah, it's awesome to be able to go against ranked teams as high as Mizzou and Oklahoma State. Really get to compete against those athletes that, at the end of the season, we're going to be wrestling at NCAAs and the Big 12 Conference Championships.
You got to do it at some point, right?
Yes, sir.
You got to wrestle the best at some point, and that's why having top-ranked opponents come into town, or whether we get to go visit them at their house, it's always a treat, right? Shows us where we're at, where we want to be.
Yeah, Mizzou, a storied program. There's a lot of champs and tons of All-Americans that have come out of there. It's been around a long time. Always extremely competitive program. Edmond with it. Really good mat return, almost to his back. And the first period, 8-1 for Mizzou.
Edmond, super explosive. I didn't notice this type of explosiveness and athleticism as Edmond wrestled Wyoming. And I don't know if just the physique, the physical matchup and strength of Jaron Jensen from Wyoming was enough for Edmond to kind of just slow him down.
Yeah, I think he had a game plan going into that match, and he did a really good job of just positioning, keeping his hand on the mat, staying very low, and not chasing him, not letting him get to those outside shots. And so where Edelblut plays a little bit more to what he is looking for in offense.
A little bit of heavy hands. Ref said, hey, you know what? Chill out, guys. Straight double. Edelblut stops him in an underhook here, over-under.
So this is kind of what we saw out of Jensen when he wrestled Edmond. It's a little bit more staying square, good position, staying low, and being able to stop those outside shots.
Oh, man. Literally, his double leg just got whipped straight to the side. Underhook just threw him to the side for this takedown. That's some power. Scores 11-1, 49 seconds here in the second period. Edelbut's got to get his knees up underneath him. Edmond riding tough with a 2-on-1 ride here. He switches it up and decides to cut here. Escape and a quick takedown. He jumped to the side and has a cradle here. As time's running down here.
Edmond dominating and on top and on his feet thus far in the match. It's
Edelbut's choice.
Edelbut's choice. He'll choose bottom.
Oh, a throw attempt there. Edelbut loaded up. I hope we can get a replay. I mean, he loaded up, tried his best to throw got Edmond off of the ground, not able to come around and finish that correctly.
So
Here's this replay. You see him plant his feet, and just again the athleticism. Edmond just kind of like swarmed him, pulled his legs around.
That's a second attempt by Edelblut to get in on an offensive situation and wind up turning in Edmond's favor. A little bit of heckling there. Edmond just physically dominating the positions here.
So short time here, Chasen. Can we avoid, he gets put down.
Yeah, so Edmond will be looking for a pin here. Any other point would make it a tech.
But an escape saves us from a tech fall. So if he can get out, let's get one and ruin this tech fall operation.
Yep.
Here we go. Let's look for him to get out here. 12 seconds.
Edmond with a pretty good return there. Just doubled in and took him out of bounds. 1 second left.
Good effort by Edelblut. But with 1 second left and a bonus point, that's going to be a tech fall. Score 20-5, which takes the team score to 5-0 for Missouri.
157. Jackson Garut, wrestling for Utah Valley, representing, will be competing against Mizzou here.
All right, here we go. Garut, number 18, Jarrett. Jacuse. And look what we got here. Nice takedown by Jackson Garut. What you want to start with some firepower and come out sharp. Brings him down, sucks his hips close. He's got to now get close, use those hips to put weight on. It'll sit out, try to throw that weight behind with a switch over. We bump out of bounds here.
He wound up being pretty sticky on top, has 24 seconds of riding time. JQ's in on a shot. Pulls it in to get the two.
So JQ's now, his last match that we saw, man, just swarms on top. Really good hips, sticky hips, but not a good cut.
Garut
so
in
Garut,
good position.
he's got to now get an angle, right? So right now, see how he keeps coming around. Got to get an angle, switch double. And now he's stretched out. Not a good position
Yeah,
to be
so he's
in
in a
there.
good spot. Maybe should have went for more of a seat dump or doubling off there if he could. JQ just does a good job of keep circling, and then sits him down, squash that effort. Riding time now going in his favor.
Got to scoot again. Coach Williams is saying, hey, scoot again. Scoot those hips. Put that weight behind you. Got to get up, you know, when you're down like this, you have some of these super, super strong riding on top. Question, you know, Chasen, you got to get your knees up, right? So what do you got to do? Like, is this a position thing or is this a will thing? Like, what do you got to do?
I think it's a lot of both. I mean, our coach in high school, he always said it, bottom is a mindset. It's like you and top. If you get rode, it's just because you feel like you couldn't escape, you know? And oftentimes this position makes the difference in these big matches at this level, D1 competition. We have guys refusing to choose bottom when they wrestle someone who is very proficient in top position. Their coach won't let them go bottom, and it's to stay away from events where they get put on their back.
All right, so Jacques chooses down here in the second period. GoUVU putting some weight on, but again, Jacques turns out too easy and in attack stance now here. Heavy hands. We know Jackson's got some options here, right? Like he hit that shot clean in the first period there. There's another one too far away to that far leg. And bumped down, like swarmed. We've seen this last match too. Seemed like there were quite a few situations where Josh Edmond was able to just literally just bump our wrestler, Sam Edelbu, down. Kind of what happened here, just strong hips, bump those hips down.
GoUVU doing a good job there. Jack Hughes just switching sides, switching positions, drop to the leg. Good chain wrestling.
All right, let's look for some, both guys here. Let's see some offense here. Far shot to the far leg, the high C got just circled out of. Stalemate. We're going to get a fresh start here. 46 seconds here in the second period.
GoUVU looking to put together some offense.
Too much backing up.
Stall.
A little too much backing up. A lot of offense here from Jacques.
Yeah, Jacques doing a good job too.
Look at these redirects. He circle, 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 change direction, change direction. Yeah, again, that's that chain wrestling. It's so sharp, so strong, and it's very, very hard to defend. All right, so as time rolls out, we're at the end of the second period. Scores 8-3. Riding time is of a factor right now. Let's see what happens here in this final period. Mizzou's Jacques going for an optional start here in the start of the third period.
Gets to his feet. Instantly on the head.
I don't like the way that cut happens.
It was interesting.
Just stand up, face him. I guess you're trying to be
a little bit leery.
Leery of that cradle, that jump cradle, right?
GoUVU on the head.
Got to change out of there now.
Jacques, though.
No, yeah, you got to change out of there. If a guy's down on his knees, you got to bump and snap, or there's stuff you got to do. You got to keep moving. Straight shot. Very simple finish. as he gathered those legs together for a 2-point takedown.
JQ's another cut. He's looking to get into major territory. Garut scoreless on his feet since the first period.
Lock up in here. Got to be wiry and tight. That's how you're going to avoid this takedown. Got to lock in this crotch. You don't want to come over the top. You got to elevate. You don't want to elevate your feet. You want to elevate his feet. Okay, there we go. Here in a drape position, you want to isolate one foot. Right, Chasen? You want to isolate one and hook it?
Yeah, he's got to choose which one.
There he goes.
Steps
He hooks
over.
it. Now push that
want
off.
to pop his head out from the inside.
Crowd him. Crowd him. There you go. Hook that hip. There we go. It's going to be a takedown.
We got about 13 seconds left. That's 2. See some life out of Garut here as the period winds down, and that'll be the match.
Well, little too late. Jackson Garut falls to Missouri Tigers. Jarrett Jacques, number 18th ranked, brings that team score up to 8-0 with the Missouri Tigers on top.
We got 165, Danny Snedeker, a freshman for Utah Valley. He's wrestling Mitchell Bolkin, redshirt freshman for Mizzou, filling in for number 1 Keegan O'Toole. Snedeker, really good match against Wyoming. Didn't come away with the win, but wound up wrestling number 20th ranked Cole Moody. And
I thought that was an awesome match.
Came down to the wire.
Went right down to the wire, overtime, double overtime.
Yeah, double overtime.
And man, oh man, that was an awesome match. Hooks his hip. He's trying to high hip over, but there's still a scramble to be had here.
Yep, Bolkin, great job hipping.
He's got to sit here. He's got to hook these, scoop this hip up, scoop this bottom leg up. Both arms got to go up underneath it.
Utah Valley coach is saying, get your head under that leg.
He wants to get his right arm in between his body and the leg so he can scoop that leg up and put it up over his head.
Yeah, and he's doing a good job keeping it away from his body and keeping some distance.
There you go.
There's some
push into him now.
distance.
Let's go into him now.
And that's 2. A little bit of hesitation on a Bolkin. He kind of stopped there.
Bolkin just kind of stopped, yeah.
I think he just didn't know where to go. Snedeker throwing the leg in. He's got a lot of pressure.
But that hip is way off. He's got to put way more hip pressure in. I mean, like, the leg's not tight. The hips aren't on top. I'm not sure what's going on. Like, that's not a good leg ride. He's got an Iowa ride now. That's a little bit better. Control that hip. Bolkin does a good job to clear that. Sits on the side, clears that leg out. Snedeker goes back to spiral ride here. Weight up on Bolkin's hands. Iowa right again.
Good pressure. He's off the hips. Quite anything close to a pinning combination. He's going to want to put more pressure forward. Get off his knees, onto his toes, and be able to put some horsepower into it.
Short sit here.
30 seconds left in the period.
Snedeker's changing this up. He's got a wrist ride. He's back into the spiral ride now. He's got to keep moving. Can't stay down there. Referee counts that up. Got to keep pushing in and get a return. Yeah, you don't want to give up.
The hard-fought escape at the end of the period. So his end of the period scores are
that changes the title. Like the way the momentum of the match. You know, you're like, okay, I just cut my that lead in half.
Yeah, your decision making going into like choosing top or bottom, that all changes based off that score too. Those late scores.
So in the second period, Danny Snedeker chooses down. Again, he wrestled tough match last match. So we're going to look for him to – he's got good hips here. Like right here, this is not a good leg ride. That leg is way across the entire body. The weight is way high. Now if Snedeker can tripod and maybe shake him off a little bit. This power half is a very painful position, stretches those out. Snedeker just goes, hey, I'm going to belly down, clear that arm off. Now we're going to go back to trying to shake these hips off the top. There he goes. He clears them out. There he goes.
Looking to keep those hands from being locked. Ref is counting. He can't stay on that leg. And then he draws a stall call there.
There you go. Now he's got to go behind. There you go.
Cool.
Hooks
Awesome
the ankle.
flurry there. Great.
With a reversal.
Wound up with a reversal and a stall warning. Puts him in pretty good position as the midway point of the round just happened. Bolkin catches that leg as it's coming in.
Both these guys, I'm noticing that the way these legs come in, it makes it easy for them to defend. You know, they're grabbing the leg, they're able to hook it up, get some distance in between those hips, take the pressure of the hips off. 23 seconds left. Stalemate, says our referee.
Fixing the clock here, looks like.
Leg right opportunity here.
So this time he threw the left boot in. When he tries to throw the right in is when it gets caught. And he pulls it out and goes back to that ankle lock position.
All right, so we've completed the second period. Now we're into the third. Bolkin's choice, and he chooses down. 4-1 lead. Riding time is a factor. And Snedeker chooses neutral. Says, hey, let's just go to straight to our neutral position. Bolkin ends up scoring that 1 point. Okay,
double underhooks here. Looking for something bigger. Mizzou retaining a lot of the Missouri athletes. We got some KC, Kansas City athletes on their team.
Yeah,
guys out of KC
Kansas City,
and some other nearby states. So they've done a really good job. And we're gonna draw a stall here.
Was that the second stall call? I believe that was. I thought when he was hanging on the leg, that was the first warning, and then the second one was right there for kind of like backing out of the mat. So that should be a point.
He got his eye poked out or something.
All right, so they didn't consider that a stall. Okay, double under again, throws it by, now down to a takedown.
Perfect. Coaches say cut him. Snedeker now looking to be into major territory.
Yeah, we got to go, though. We got to really go here. Straight on's not going to really cut it, I don't think. He had him straight down. He could have just literally redirected, like boom, boom, and done a go behind. But I think he really wanted to come into this upper body underhook stuff.
Snedeker pouring it on now. He's controlling the center of the mat, keeping his butt towards the middle.
Shot there.
Bolkin attempt.
You know, I like Snedeker's. You know, he's got elusive hips. Just comes over into this takedown here. Short time, 8-3 is the score. Even with this massive riding time that he's accumulated, that final score is going to be 9-3 for a decision victory.
That'll be it. Danny Snedeker puts Utah Valley on the board. The decision there. Team score, Utah Valley 3, Mizzou 8. .174, another ranked wrestler for Utah Valley, number 32, Kekana Foray. And he is wrestling Sean Harmon, redshirt freshman out of Oregon, representing Mizzou. He's stepping up in place of Peyton Mako, who's currently ranked number 9 for Missouri. Didn't make the trip, but did win his last match against Wyoming, number 11, Hayden Hastings. So Sean Harmon had a great debut here in Utah. Looks like these guys got a little chippy here. Coaches Williams for Utah Valley just wanted to chat with the ref for a second. They weren't really thrilled about how that took place.
I think it's because, you know, if a ref's going to stop and make a call, then that should be a call, like, you know, technical violation or unsportsmanlike conduct, right? Like, hands to the face is a no-no now here in NCAA Division I. So any type of to-the-face contact is discouraged.
Yeah, we got guys like having some eye permanent damage done to their eyes, and it's not uncommon for eyes to get poked and things like that.
Good fight here. Kekana did a good job for quite a while there of fighting that on one leg, and then kind of went down here. Headgear came off.
Harmon, some big brother smother there. He's got his hand over his mouth.
The big brother smother.
You see, even Utah Valley's coach is like, see that?
Like grinding, like he was grinding his forearm all through the bridge of his nose, then covered his mouth.
Yeah, interesting. Foray looking to build a base here. And he's to his feet. Harmon knows where the edge is. Foray looking to stay inside and hit the switch. And 2.
Sick switch by Foray.
So Harmon with the mat awareness, he knows he can just drive him out of bounds. Foray, instead of doing that, runs to the center and hits a switch.
That was an awesome quick switch. Here's this replay. Watch the, oh, I take it back.
No replay, let's get back into the action.
Kind of got this overhook, but not going to keep Harmon down, so we're back to our feet. Harmon just almost like just bent down and kind of almost ankle picked. Foray did a good job though defending, and now we're back fresh in the middle here. Ear to ear tie, little post by. Foray underhooks and throws that off. Foray needs some change-ups here. Like, he hangs in these ties, but he's not really, like, terribly moving him, right? I like to see more change-ups, pulling the crease. Again, a shot here, stall warning. Foray's again trying to defend on one leg. Oh, no takedown yet.
That'll be it. Looked like he was going to attempt like a roll, right?
Yeah, I was hoping he'd hit a roll and go out of bounds and not give up that takedown. But, you know, Harmon scores the takedown, secures it.
Looks like as time winds down. Are they out of bounds over there?
Harmon's amped, sprints back to the middle, chooses down, ready to go. And we get a start here. I don't know how I feel about this like overhook leg here, Chasen. You got to do something more. I mean, over the arms, over the leg. You got to get behind everything. You got to create pressure.
Yeah, it's hard to wrestle on one foot. Harmon doing a great job back in on the leg. He's going to want to shelf it here. Foray does a good job of kind of limp legging out.
Yeah, he's got some decent defense. Foray can't stay there, man. He's got to drive up to it or back out of that. Staying there is torture, man. So heavy, so much energy gets expended. Foray keeping his hands active. Oh, but a quick shot in by Harmon.
No two yet. Harmon's relentless on those legs.
Yeah, same shot he's going after. Now he's going to come up to this.
This time he does a good job. Got it shelved.
Down.
Takes a quick glance at the clock. Harmon, Mizzou just past that minute mark of riding time.
Going for this 2-on-1 bar series right here. Isolates this. This is now no bueno. Got to get your knees up here. It's hard to turn a guy. Might key lock it here. Oh, look at this. Grabbing his head, tweaking it to the side for a near side cradle.
Foray needing to make an adjustment here. He's getting that head pinch. A lot of pressure on his head as the time runs out in that round.
Dude, these, you know, I'm telling you, I see a little bit of an edge here, just like the overall intensity. I see all the Missouri wrestlers are like nodding their head. Yeah, let's push them. Let's get crazy here. Snap down and a go behind for Harmon.
Foray was looking to be aggressive there. He got in, just looking to get in on a shot. Third period, guys are starting to slow down maybe. Foray just looking to get some head control. Pressure on the head, he's driving him backwards. Might get a stall call here. And that's a stall on Utah Valley. So, because he got shot out of bounds. So Harmon, extremely proficient at that outside single.
Yeah, he's setting that up. He knows what he wants. He does it right from that inside tie, touches and goes.
And he's hit it on both sides. He's mostly coming to this side, though.
Same run the pipe, sits him on his butt, scores that takedown.
Time winds down. That'll be another 2. Sean Harmon. Mizzou with the major decision here.
These bonus points, I mean, Chasen, we talked about this in the last duel. It's kind of what makes the big difference. You know, Missouri's where they can. You see they'll really push the pace and move it as quickly as they can up the line. So major decision makes it 12-3.
At 184, number 28 currently in the country, Jacob Armstrong representing Utah Valley University. And he is wrestling Jeremiah Kent. Or did they have someone step in for Kent at this match?
We will confirm.
Yeah, number 16.
Yeah, this is Kent. Jeremiah Kent, Columbia, Missouri.
Another one of those hometown guys, stayed close for school. Missouri has some good wrestling.
Yeah, they do. I mean, you know, one of our wrestlers, I know, I don't know if Keegan O'Toole, but I know that Mako, who did not make the trip, trained with the famous Askren Academy, Askren Wrestling Academy, and one of the probably the most famous and most dynamic wrestlers to come out of Missouri was Ben Askren, and had a successful MMA career and has done a lot for the sport. Really contributed to some unique technique and unique style that I think has transferred even today. You'll see guys that do really different stuff, that funky stuff that you might not ever really. Man, this is a belly to belly type of fight here.
Looked like it could go either way.
And Kent, and it was kind of weird. It was like, who's going to throw who? Like, they were timid about it. Kent ends up just going bam, throw him down and go behind. So Armstrong's got to get his knees up underneath him. Put a foot on the mat. There he goes. Out of bounds.
Wrestlers go back to the center. Armstrong, bottom position.
Head's gone down, heavy leg right here. Kent doing a good job on this ride.
Yeah, he's got a lot of pressure in those hips. He's starting to rake that shoulder out. Looking at pinning combinations. He's got time, 30 seconds in the period. Just hit the minute marker riding time. Cross faces on top. We've seen out of Mizzou.
Yeah, they just got a little bit of this like edge, you know, like this super aggressive edge, no nonsense kind of bully mentality, which, you know, if you got the mentality like, yo, I want to break this person, you know, from a shape perspective, from a physical perspective, from a technique perspective, from a pace perspective.
You got to dominate in every aspect. I mean, wrestling is a tough sport. It's for tough people, and Mizzou's just showing out in those realms.
Okay, here if he can elevate this and sit his hips on top of Kent, ain't gonna happen. Kent throws the other leg in, and now he's flattened him out.
Yep, back on those cross faces, back with that leg ride. He's got heavy hips. He's got longer extremities. He's kind of a taller athlete at that weight.
Yeah.
Armstrong, good job throwing his knees together, not letting that leg in, but a little too slow. stoppage here. Armstrong gets a fresh start. Catches that foot. He's looking
There
to
he
get
goes,
underneath
up over
it.
Yep, keep going over your head. Keep going over your head.
Some flexibility
man,
out of Kent.
Head hunt, got to go with the head. Go to the head.
This is a good position
Go to
for
the head.
Armstrong.
Keep those legs split. He's got to keep those legs split. He doesn't do it though. He's got his figure forward across his back. But
Yeah.
now he can run on this, man. I mean, that bar, grab the near wrist there, or the far wrist, run that stuff. Hook the shoulder.
Yeah, Armstrong pretty proficient in that bar series. I mean, he had that pinning combination put on Wyoming just a while back, and looking to scoop something up here. Short time, 10 seconds left in the period.
You can do this just hooking the shoulder. You don't have to necessarily have that wrist. Oh man, then he let it go. Little too late, too little too late to turn that bar series into a turn. Awesome opportunity by Armstrong as we come into the third period here. He's on top. He knows he's got some stuff that he can throw.
Yeah,
we
both matches with Armstrong, getting in that position, I just feel like he should show a little bit more haste, a little bit more hurry in that spot where he got the bar, but like let's turn with it, you know. Let's get after it, not just.
And I
sit
guess
on it.
and this is something it's easier said than done. I understand I'm a spectator now, but as a wrestler or as a coach now later in my life, I always look at it. I'm like, man, to get an opportunity to get a bind like that, like a bar. Or, you know, a really, really strong half. Oh, bump him.
Run him to his back.
Got to keep those legs split. Man, if I could get a guy's legs split. Anyways, if I get that opportunity, I have to capitalize on it. You don't know if you're going to get that opportunity again, you know?
Yeah, that being said, I mean, it is easy to point out the strong man, watch him stumble. But from a coaching perspective, we want to see haste out of our athletes on both sides when we're in these pinning combinations. And he goes for the tilt here. Utah Valley bench and fans looking to draw a stall call.
Oh, no, he let him go. Not really even earned it, you know, just kind of stood up, and Armstrong let him go.
20 seconds, looking to make something happen.
Man, if he had a chance to get a stall, he could push the pace here and go for it. 10 seconds. He's got to go for broke.
Yeah,
got to go for broke. There he goes. Finish. Crawl up the back. That's a 2 takedown.
2. Right at the buzzer.
We're going to have to review that probably.
Mizzou coaches are calling her for review. See if it was on time. Coach Williams having a word with the official at this point. They're going to take a look at the instant replay. Maybe it'll pop up on our screen too.
Watch this replay here. Missed it. Here it comes back. So here comes the shot. Man, I wish I had that clock. Right there, no takedown, no takedown. Here
2.
on his bum, on his butt, that's a takedown where he can lock around his hands around. So
Yeah,
the ref gave 2. Now it's just looking at whether that clock had expired.
See if we can get it up here for the fans at the clock. Let them be the judge. Here it is.
Oh, this is these are like
Just
a
the highlight
recap,
reels.
some recaps.
This is from the duel with Wyoming for your fans' viewing pleasure.
So here's these referees.
Got the officials taking a peek.
I think the big thing here is, whether that clock had been started on the correct time. Now I'm kind of watching here my own replay. 4, 3. It's close. It's close. You could do it again. It's awfully close.
Yeah, we'll see what the official says about it. He's watched it several times. If so, big upset. Number 28 taking out number 16 in Jeremiah Kent. And here comes the official ruling.
No takedown.
Referee says
it is not our night. These calls.
so that'll be it. Officials say it was split second too late, Sammy.
Man, I'll be honest. I like that effort. Armstrong. Armstrong, pulling off everything he could. And again, probably just a half second too late. Our referees do the best they can to be cognizant of the buzzers, the whistles, and also where that clock is. It sounds like they had a good vantage point of they could see the clock as well as the action, and just not enough right at the last there. So
we're going to take a quick break here between matches, halfway through the duel. We got some youth wrestling going on, and then we will be right back.
Stay with us if you're joining us on the WAC Digital Network or Flow Wrestling. Thanks so much.
UVU is both a credit union and a full-service mortgage company.
Which means that UCCU always provides the lowest rates and lower insurance premiums than other lenders.
When your mortgage rate and insurance premium are lower, your monthly payment is also lower.
It's just science.
That's more money you can put into your home.
Or back into your pocket.
So if you're thinking about buying or refinancing a home, talk to us.
The credit union that's been putting people over profits for over 60 years.
It's what I do.
It's what I do.
It's what we do.
Right next to UVU, Wolverine Crossing is a premier award-winning student property in Orem. With nearly $5 million in renovations, Wolverine Crossing has the look and feel of luxury living, including contemporary upgrades and top-tier amenities. Wolverine Crossing supports a strong academic environment, whether you're on campus or online, and the Resident Assistant Program is nationally recognized, keeping you safe and secure. Lease right now and get $200 off your first month's rent. Wolverine Crossing, this is home.
Some people see just another local Utah sports app. Oh, wait, what? A local Utah sports app? Introducing the new KSL Sports app, powered by KSLSports.com, Utah's only all-in local sports app, connecting you with all the action you love, the latest news, insider analysis, podcasts from the pros, and so much more. Free. Available right now, anywhere you are. Download the free KSL Sports app today from your favorite app store.
I love this view.
I love that every time this commercial airs, I get to drink another Mountain Dew.
It's not always easy being the exception. They'll tell you you don't belong, that it's not your place, that it'll never fly. But here, you learn that you have a choice. You can listen to those voices, or you can leave them all speechless. But the key component there is you.
If we can see things for what they are, if we can see what they could be, if the plastic we use, we never throw away, if the end of one thing could be the beginning of the next. If we know that less can create more. If we can return, we reciprocate, we regenerate. If we are here for others, if we can work as a team, all we have to do is connect, and the world opens up. The future is about giving back.
How does Costa Vida create the ultimate sweet pork burrito? We start by following our award-winning recipe, one that calls for everything to be made fresh, from scratch every day. Like our beautifully braised pork, seasoned beans, savory sauces, and delicious cilantro lime rice. Even our tortillas are cooked to order. It's a difference you can taste. Treat yourself to the ultimate sweet pork burrito, only at Costa Vida.
To national championships runs through NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, It's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions. With exclusive access.
Ready to go? Let's have some fun.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports.
All right, we have our little Tykes coming away with the state championship. They withheld one match from the local state championships and gave an opportunity to these youth wrestlers to come and go to the big stage right here with all the NCAA Division I wrestling. One select match. Here's our champion right now receiving his massive first place trophy from Sons of Atlas Wrestling here in Highland, Utah.
Yeah, this match going into double overtime, the state finals for these two youngsters.
All right,
so
good to see that.
We're back in action. We're not having number 4 Rocky Elam wrestle. He'll be wrestling Jack Flynn, Utah Valley's competitor, number 24 Evan Bachman.
Bachman wrestling, you know, like starting out pretty nice firepower against Wyoming's ranked wrestler. Looking like a close match right up until the end, and that third period come away with it. Stephen Buchanan coming away with it. Quick takedown here. Nice job. Iowa ride with an ankle hook. Comes to the spiral ride now. Not quite spiral ride.
Some action here on the edge of the mat. Mizzou looking to scooch out, get a fresh start in the center.
Coming back into the middle. And fresh start here. How important is this, Chasen? Like, you know, it's still the first period, 45 or minute 42 left. Oh, wow, nice Granby roll.
Yeah, some slick roll there. Bachman did a good job following it.
Dude, I'm loving Bachman's athleticism. Like his earlier match tonight, he's doing rolls throughs, Granby rolls. He's following well. Cool to see. Big guys that can move, right?
Yeah, he's an athlete. Tough on top here. He's looking to scoop that arm and get it out. Maybe put it on his back. Oh, he loses it. Goes straight to crossface. Bachman, an Alaska native, coming to us. Also transferred from California Baptist University.
Do you know much about that? What brought him, you know, how did he hear about, of all places, Utah Valley from Cal Baptist?
I don't know.
California Baptist?
To chat with him after the duel.
I wonder if, the reason why I ask, I should ask him because, you know, I know that we've gone out there and we dueled them, and I don't know if he's like, hey, Utah Valley.
I think they're going to join the Pac-12.
Are they? Or they're in the Pac-12?
Yeah, they're still in that probationary period maybe, or they just started. Yeah, they just became a D1 program recently.
Or is it that Cal Baptist is joining the Big 12?
Yes, the Big 12.
Not the Pac-12. That's right. So movement up for them. You know, that was a much smaller program, but then a move again, get in a big region like that, big conference.
Yeah, California's got some great wrestling, especially with Fresno like dropping their program. Cal Baptist probably be able to attain some of those recruits in that home state, but also they attract people from all over. It's a private school, interesting campus. Been there a few times, and yeah, we're looking forward to see them compete.
Now Bachman's got his knees up under him, but he's got to get to slide out, get that weight off. You see how his back is curled and all that weight is up on his hands. Oh, nice. See, that's just like some athleticism. It's like a really nice, like just bumped him up and bucked him off like a bucking bronco.
Yeah, he's got some tree trunk power plants down there that produce some.
Bachman's built like a tree.
Yeah, he's a stout human.
So you got an over-under here. Flynn with this over-under. Let's see what he can do with it. Bachman just peeling it off. Pummels inside, breaks that out.
.45 seconds, Bachman in on a leg, and he sweeps that far hip.
Nice job.
A one-handed takedown, essentially. Just putting a lot of pressure.
Watch this replay here. Slick pass by that then he drops down to just that single leg and then powers through.
Yeah, it's
pretty cool takedown.
Yeah, you usually want to have both hands on the leg, you know, and finish that way, but he just swam to that far side and ran.
Bachman with a leg ride right here on the edge of the mat. Time expires.
As we go into the third period. So Bachman's got 2 minutes, 48 seconds of riding time, up 5-0. Looks like they're going to have some sort of challenge on Mizzou's side.
I wonder what that challenge is. So I wonder if they're challenging that. I don't know what they could be challenging here. That oh, maybe that he grabbed his headgear. That's like a late challenge. But I think he's saying, did he grab his headgear? No call, the referee says. Challenge block is kept. No call. I think the Missouri coaches were like, hey, the reason he got that slide by was he grabbed his headgear and tweaked it to the side. But as you can see, that review showed that there was no actual grabbing. It was just a nice bump, nice smooth bump of that elbow in the pass by. Oh man, foot sweeped him down and then like dove under his legs. Bachman's strength pulls him up into this drape. So now he's got to isolate. Anytime you do this, man, he's just going to stand up with him. Yep, nice job. He's got to turn on him now. Just keep that, yeah, he should scoop that bottom foot right there. With his right foot, he should scoop his right foot. Oh, hold him. 1, 2, 3. That should have been a count. And again, split legs. Why is it just me chasing? I don't know what this is. If I could split a guy's legs, right, either by putting my forearm down to the mat, keeping my bicep in between those legs, or crowding my body in between a guy's legs. First of all, you can just pick up easy points, like, and don't let him crawl forward. Like, you crowd those hips. Yeah. Keep those legs split. It's I've seen it a lot tonight for some reason.
It's been a recurring theme. I think some work in the wrestling room could be done.
Well, I look at it, if the legs got, if the legs are lackadaisical and those hips aren't turned to the mat, that's my chance to just capitalize and turn it into something. Nice shot here. Gonna want to switch double leg here. And he does this, and bam, it comes around. Now he's got to come to it, hook a leg, but he let go of that double leg. So now he's like over the top. This is kind of funky. He's going to try to gather those feet together, but that might end up in a stalemate here. Bachman with like good motion, good shots here. Like I'm really impressed.
Yeah, he's doing really well.
2 times though, all the work gets done with no takedown. That's disheartening.
Looks like Flynn is going for more of a victory series approach. I mean, third period, 15 seconds left. He's going to look for a toss.
Yeah, you want to stay out of this. Bachman with a seatbelt. Now right there, right here, we got split legs, hook the bottom leg, and then elevate it. If he hooked the bottom leg and elevate, bam, that's a tilt. 4 points. And a major decision. Darn it, dude.
Not quite major.
Well, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you hook that bottom leg.
And get some near fall.
You get those near fall.
Yeah, so I think what we've noticed is these guys are winding up in that position, but maybe on accident. They're not as aware of where they're at, so that they can capitalize off it.
Nice job by Evan Brockman.
So, number 15, Zach Elam, will be wrestling Chase Trussell for Utah Valley. Both guys came away with wins over their Wyoming foe, Terrence Swartz.
So, what does that mean, man?
We'll see.
Zach Elam ranked 15th, proven a lot. Good competition this year, beat other ranked opponents. Let's see what happens as Chase Trussell takes him on. Love to see an upset here for the home crowd. Missouri, though, is just so technically sound. Good position all the time. Hips are hard to expose and get angles on.
Chase looking a little bit smaller than his opponent. Elam, very physical athlete. We saw as he wrestled Wyoming.
Wonder what happened to brother Rocky, why he sat this one out.
Yeah,
at 197.
Both Bachman and Rocky Elam at 97 who got beat by Buchanan of Wyoming. So Buchanan going 2-0 on the day and beating a couple of ranked wrestlers.
Straight shot.
He's in on the leg. He could.
That was a straight shot, which was interesting because it was pretty far away. Like, he could defend it. But Trussell ends up getting light on his foot, picked it up, and then foot sweep down. That was a pretty spectacular finish.
Yeah, he's got some reach on him. I mean, he didn't really have to lower his level to get to that leg.
He didn't. It almost looked like he just, like,
grabbed it.
Bent down, just, like, grabbed it. Didn't even really, like, bend his knees. Just kind of, like, bent at the waist. Elam swarming, big body, covers those hips, flattens Trussell out. Can't stay here if we want to put some points on the board. Certainly that riding time now has surpassed 1 minute. That can make a difference in the match.
Trussell back to his base here. Short time.
Elam's tall, man. I've always said this, like, tall guys, there is that advantage, that benefit. Like, They can be over. They can cover the hips. They can cover underneath your arms. They can cover over the top. Like they're just
they can reach
cover
everywhere.
a lot of space. You know. Okay, escape.
Trussell looking to create some offense. Both guys still kind of slow as they get into their tie. A little bit of movement here.
Got to have more emotion, right, Chasen? If I'm down 3-0 in the second period, you got to get moving if you're going to make a difference here. Oh, not bad with the pass slide by. What happened there?
He did a quick slide by and
but it
poked
didn't,
him in the eye with something.
But that's the thing. He went like this.
Maybe he poked himself in the eye because
I'm not lying.
He threw his arm up.
He threw his arm into his own eye.
I've had that happen.
I have seen that, or like get punched with your own hand, right? It is like I love it. Okay, straight shot. But now, man, you got to turn. That straight shot, you got to take that page out of the Demetrius Romero, and that reshot is such an available attack after I kind of stop up,
some movement
slow
here.
down. Nice. Trussell putting it in.
Short time. This is the time to score at the end of the period.
All right, as the time expires, we're now into the third period.
Utah Valley chooses bottom.
Here we go.
So escape.
Escape and a takedown can get her.
Some riding time off the clock, and then
He's got to move. You know, like Elam is. Like I said, he's big. He covers a lot of space. Look at him put that weight down.
Over him, and after that first move, it kind of took the wind out of Trussell's sails.
Yeah, you got to get moving. Knees up underneath you. No matter how heavy that gets, you know. Now we're in this wrist ride, but the wrist is pulled clear up under. There's a lot of stuff out of this. Tilts and 2-on-1s and bar series. And now UVU's Trussell gets hit with a stall warning. Like, you can't just lay there, right? Like, you got to get your head off the mat, got to get your knees up underneath you. Crossface here.
Kind of getting smothered on bottom. Elam doing a great job.
2-on-1.
He sinks up.
Elam though is like riding straight parallel. I'm sure if Trussell put a little bit of work on, he could also get a stall warning here, but got to get the knees up. $20 seconds left. Another stall. Now that point gets awarded.
And that is it for this match. Final score 5-0 for
Yeah, Chase Trussell
Zach Elam
falls to Zach Elam. Ranked wrestler, tough match, really good riding. You know what I'm saying? What's some takeaway from that, Jason?
Hey, I think Trussell has had the experience. He's wrestled tough guys, he's wrestled ranked guys. He knows where he needs to be. This match we're looking forward to. Two of the closely ranked opponents. Number 13, Taylor Lamont, wrestling number 12, Noah Certain. Both guys coming off victories over their Wyoming foes, and interested to see how this one pans out. Just talked about how Taylor has extremely good hand fighting skills, really good in on those ties, Greco background. He wound up, he got a pin in an exhibition match earlier tonight with a headlock, and wrestling a seasoned competitor in Certain. So we'll see what happens here.
Certain coming to us from Edwardsville, Illinois. That Midwest connection, wrestlers coming to Missouri from all over the Midwest there. Taylor, local product, as you guys probably know. Decorated international wrestler as well as NCAA All-American last year.
Yeah, Taylor coming in at the beginning of the season ranked 4th at 125. Been out a little bit, and he's been back in action tonight. This will be his 3rd match of the evening.
Underhook here. Certain abandons that after a second. One of the things Taylor does is have such tight binds, you know, whether it's this underhook or grabs an elbow or a wrist, like they're so tight. And a head throw with a roll through, though. Nice mat awareness. Gets thrown, but then keeps that momentum going, and Certain comes away with that takedown. Taylor's like, at any particular time, like, can come away with a nice throw. Big up and down return.
Yeah, good move by Certain. I mean, he watched Taylor throw a headlock that first match, and I'm sure he's seen film on it, so.
All right, so we know throws can go, but let's see what happens with it if I can clear elbows and open space and get shots. Certain changing levels, like really keeping this interesting. Great matchup here. I think this is big for both guys. Like, hey, how am I going to fall into rankings as we come into conference championships?
It's 2 there.
It's
on the
2
edge of the mat.
takedown with a man just with 1 toe in.
Yeah, his baby tip of his pinky toe.
Good. That's great. It's great vision by Taylor to go, hey, I know I'm right on the mat. Let's keep a pinky toe out. So with that changes the tide. Scores 3-2. Taylor Lamont on top of Noah Certain.
Certain also with the Greco background. He's an All-American in Greco back in 2018. So both guys well-versed. As the time runs out,
Watch this replay. Jinx. Just a pass by, and then it hooks that near, just goes down and hooks that near leg, gathers those legs together with that pinky toe in, and bam, secures that takedown. Great job by Taylor Lamont.
Yeah, Taylor's got a pretty good series there. He'll either keep the elbow or keep the shoulder and attack with one hand and still scoop up those takedowns.
It works for him, but it's so counterintuitive to anything that I've ever felt or seen. Certain with some nice motion to turn and face, get almost like a short sit and then a turn. So now it's 3-3, tied up.
Yeah, he does a good job of it because it puts you in danger. If he can hold that elbow and still take you down, then you might be going to your back, you know?
That's true.
And so it hurts your counters, especially after the takedown.
Taylor really, in my opinion, owning the pace here.
Yeah, all the offense has been Taylor's. That score from Certain was Taylor's head throw.
There we go. Oh, man, could have ankle picked knee tap almost. Well,
yeah, and you notice how off balance Certain is. When there's slight movements, they look slight from our angle and from our point of view, but there's a lot of pressure and pushing and pulling from Lamont.
When you get two Greco guys like this, that's where you see, like, man, there's an enormous amount of pressure being created. You know, right here, you're going to want to see, like, Taylor continue to push this pace right as we go on the edge of the mat. That's a warning, because that's what I was saying. You can't keep backing up. You got to either create some offense of your own, or you can't be backing up and be pushed out of bounds.
Yep, 30 seconds, 25 seconds left in the match. We're going to want to get a score here towards the end, and Taylor's still controlling the center of the mat. Hard snap there.
You know, both these guys ranked 12th and 13th, or 13th and 12th, respectively.
He got him to step so hard, I think he was surprised by it.
Wasn't ready. Okay, third period, Taylor Lamont chooses down. So, Noah Certain ranked 12th, Taylor ranked 13th. You got a ranking this close. Do you look at it and go, hey, you know what, we're so close, this is anybody's match? Or are you thinking, you know what, this is something, a victory here is going to move me up in the rankings far more than just like one space here, right?
Yeah,
what are your thoughts?
I think with Lamont,
like, does a victory like this move Lamont, if Lamont wins, does this move him up past 12? Does this move him up into the top 10, do you think?
It's hard to say. I mean, 25s this year is tightly contested. There are a lot of good wrestlers, a lot of decorated wrestlers. Let's see what Taylor's doing here. Certain's got a ride on him, and he's really cranking that shoulder. But Taylor is in okay position. Yep, he comes up with the leg, and he gets the reversal here. Coach is saying return him. Great return there. Less than a minute left in the match. Certain looking to get an escape. And he's going to have to move here, get an escape and a takedown. Taylor riding tough.
Ay, ay, ay.
20 seconds. Certain looking for a reversal here. He's in okay position to do that. There's a stale call right there. Missouri coaching staff not extremely thrilled. They say, well, there's only 11 seconds left. I don't know if that negates it. Is it still stale? Even if there's how many seconds left, does that matter?
Well, I guess, you know, the ref could easily have said, listen, he's going to hold on to that lock.
It's all about the last of the match.
Well, he's going to hold on to that lock the entire time, right? Like,
let's see if there's different action that could occur.
Yeah, so I think he's probably doing you a favor by saying, listen, let's give you 11 seconds to get something put together, which he doesn't. So Taylor Lamont coming away with a cool victory over a higher-ranked opponent, and great performance right there. That brings the team score 9-18. Missouri still leading with 2 matches left.
Hey, one of our favorite on the lineup, Hayden Drury, currently ranked 13th. He'll be wrestling Trey Crawford for Mizzou.
Oh, sweet swing out to a sweep single, and then holds on as Crawford kind of does a funky scramble to try and like evade that takedown, but Drury does a good job holding on to that. Now double legs come in, way high though.
Yeah, and we noticed this last match, Drury tends to get a little bit high on that leg ride.
What do you do here? How do you readjust this?
You just get behind those elbows, behind those armpits, and scoot yourself back.
Or flatten them out, right?
Or hips down,
there
flatten
you go.
out like this.
So now you flatten hips. Now I can readjust, scoot my hips back, cover his hips, right? So they're not too high, and I can create maximum power, maximum weight coming down. Drury here hit this power half. Oh, man, stalemate. Watch this takedown here. Sweet.
It's kind of a drag.
Drag to a single, but then this kind of funky scramble ensues, and he does a good job just kind of hold on and follow the leg down to the mat. Foot on the mat for Crawford. Heavy pressure by Drury. Steps over the top. Now we're in the stand-up, working at and fighting for the hand control. Whips him down. He did that last match too. Just created an immense amount of whip down. Again, a leg ride that's just kind of like you got to put some heavy hips on him. Double leg in. Got to go under those elbows. Flatten them out. Pushing his head down.
Yeah, he's extremely good at that pressure there.
Watch here. Here goes the
half.
I see a power half here.
Looking to scoop something. Crawford doing an okay job of keeping the hands out of there. Bottom guy is going to want to scoot forward, get your hips off that. So we talked about this, Sammy. If you're wrestling a guy who knows a leg rider, you watch film on him, or if he's already thrown the legs in on you once, we're looking to catch those before they come in, or keep our legs, our knees together so that boot can't slide in there. Save yourself a lot of heartache.
What happens though, a lot of guys that are proficient with a leg ride, they can ride either side. And there's kind of elusive for how they get in, right? Like you'll see that a lot. So, you think you're covering one side, and next thing you know, whoop, the other leg goes in.
Yeah, they sneak one in, and then you focus on that, and then the other one's in.
Yeah.
You're in trouble.
So, you gotta. I think probably the number one thing to like combat like legs coming in is the fact that you're getting up and getting feet on the mat, like and getting your hips underneath you, right, or your chest up, right.
Yeah.
Then if anything comes in, it's like you're right there ready to snatch it up and crowd their hips or create space to get out and away. So Drury, man, rode 2 minutes and 37 seconds, the majority of that first period. Wrong.
They had the wrong
ankle bands on.
They don't need ankle bands. We know.
They know what's going on.
UVU defers. It'll be Mizu's choice. He goes neutral in the second period.
That's cool. This will be fun. This
was a smart coaching decision.
That's unlike others where you got written out for 237.
Yeah.
No need to go down.
Oh.
All right. Now we're in this front headlock. He hit a sweet knee tap last match. Like right here, right here.
And I think he's just waiting for some resistance. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. So just a little bit of resistance. He let him come to him, and he hits that go behind.
That was slick.
It's a good lift there. They wind up going out of bounds. Looks to the coaches.
Here's this replay. Now watch this. Pushes forward. You see all the weight go onto that right knee. Pulls him down and then runs to that left side, I should say.
Crawford's hands touch for a second, half a second, and he hits that go behind. And legs are in. So Drury going to want to get a turn here. Try to capitalize off his takedown. .30 seconds left. We got a stall warning on Mizzou.
You know, I'd love to see Drury like use this a little more. Like put on that power half, use these wrist rides. Like he's done a lot of riding with those legs and hasn't really borne a lot of fruit, right? Like Drury chooses neutral in the third.
Well, riding time's locked in. Realistically, it's 5-0.
2 takedowns, though. You're going to need 2 takedowns to secure a major decision. And if that's the case, he's got to get going, right?
Yeah. He's working this Russian tie here.
Oh. If he would have been a little bit more smooth, like pull that out and then move to that high C, that could have been successful because, man, he certainly had Crawford moving.
Yeah, angle wasn't quite there, but good movement.
Got to circle in. Got to circle in.
Crawford doing a good job boxing him out, kind of just making sure he stays with his butt to the center.
1 minute. 2 takedowns we need. Outside shot, way too far away.
I say cut him.
51.
That's a hard cut. He's back in.
Drag it in.
Crawford doing an okay job keeping that foot away. They say, hey, drag him back in. There we go. Get back in here. That's 2. His weight on his hands.
There we go.
So, hey, we're in major territory. 20 seconds left.
Got to ride out now.
He's got to ride him to keep the major. Shouldn't be an issue based on their track record.
No way, dude.
All right, short time takedown.
All right, kind of a redirect, 3 seconds. It's not going to be enough, man. Drag to that outside shot.
Good at that drag. He hit it a few times.
He did. Props to, you know what? Props to Crawford for going, hey, I got the iron will. I'm going to come away with that escape and avoid that major decision victory. So close but no cigar. We got another 3-point victory. So now 12-18 as we come into our last match. Ty Smith going up against number 5 ranked Alan Hart.
Yeah, Hart, great season. Awesome match earlier tonight against Wyoming. He went to St. Edward's High School in Akron, Ohio. Another one of those Midwest tough wrestlers. He was the number 6 seed last year at NCAAs. Extremely gamey, tough opponent for Ty Smith.
Yeah, dude, he a lot of fun to watch. Alan Hart, like his style. You know, again, for the weight class, Hart, pretty tall, pretty lanky, good, like, smothering, kind of like leg riding type of physique, and does a really good job for being taller for the weight class. He keeps really good mat presence, very low, hands near the mat. level's always low. Tries a sweep single there, but Ty Smith stops it up.
Ty Smith doing a good job on his feet. He's staying pretty solid, shutting down some of that action, but need to see a little bit more offense.
Here we go. Hand fighting still. This has been, 30 seconds left in this first. Both wrestlers, they've.
Hart with an interesting hand fighting. He has his elbows out. He leads really strong with one of his legs. It's kind of
Unorthodox
to say the least.
For sure. Wide though, he's like I said, he's taller and like with being so wide. Imagine just trying to take down something that wide, right?
Yeah, Mizzou defers.
There
Smith
we go.
Chooses neutral.
Ty Smith goes, hey, let's go neutral. Let's keep going here. I'm going to look, you want to create opportunities. Ty Smith's got to get his hands way more active here to create change-ups, to hand fight. Kind of a lunge in there for Hart, and then Hart's got basically clubbing on the head. Okay, there you go. When you get those fake shots, it's a good time to redirect and go for a reshot. I think both guys have a little too far away. Duck under from that far, like. These guys look like they're in two different weight classes.
Smith is a smaller 41-pounder.
Yeah, he really is.
Oh,
straight shot.
A little bit of action there. So Smith gets past the hands and the head, gets stopped at the hips.
Again, wide, and that just really, really good position. Like, watch the change-ups that Smith's creating aren't really moving Hart all that much. Like, watch these change-ups. He's got to get way heavier hands. He's got to get way better motion if he's going to start opening up angles.
Yeah, from a coaching standpoint, I think most coaches are probably attacking Hart's right foot that he tends to lead pretty heavily.
Right.
Outside single, sweep single, or something like that. But that might be what Hart wants too. I mean, maybe he's really good defense in there. So 2 periods go by, scoreless match. Hart's choice. He chooses bottom. Looking to get an escape and put a point on the board.
Okay. Switch attempt there on the edge of the mat by Hart. Hart's coming up with some power, so Ty's got to get hands up on, weight up on his hands to stop that power from coming up.
Really
jumping forward.
Hart back to his feet quick though. Looks like he's going to get out this time.
Yeah, you can't go over the top of that arm, All right, so 1-0. A takedown means everything here. It's what we've been working for. Oh, straight shot. Did get penetration. Ty Smith's got to get this whizzer on the outside. Good job there. But now got to fight and fighting hands. You can see him fighting hand control. Trip with that long leg, but does a good job of avoiding the takedown still, pushing Hart's head down, right?
Yeah, he's in an okay spot. He wanted that stale so he can start fresh because Hart's okay to sit there. He wants the time to run out. "45 seconds. Smith looking to get an attack in, get a takedown.
Okay. There you go. You see, now you start seeing some motion here with those tie-ups, right? You take a 2-on-1 off like this here, Russian spin. Okay, now we're into shots and reshots.
Yeah, a lot of action, 20 seconds about.
Straight shot now. There we go. Gotta go. Short time, we gotta go. Post go. Now get in. You got to keep going to it. Got to keep going to it. Slide up under. 8 seconds.
Looking at the clock as this flurry takes place. Short time here. Looking for an inside trip.
Two takedown.
That's 2 at the buzzer.
That is.
For Ty Smith.
That is. That's a nice way to change it up.
Hart, the 5th-ranked wrestler in the country, just get upset.
Just got upset by Ty Smith. Now watch this replay here. Let's watch the clock here. Oh, we don't got a visual on the clock. But you see he tries for a headlock, inside trip, but then he goes down, and right there, that is a 2 takedown for sure.
That is 2. Was it before the buzzer for sure?
I believe it was. See Kristen Williams.
Coach Williams' wife going crazy.
Our president of our university.
They're gonna look at this again just to make sure, but wowee.
Yeah, so our referees are reviewing this right now. Based on the replay that we just watched, that was really, here we go again. Down, that's a takedown for sure. The time on that.
Time is the question. Let's see what the officials say.
All right, so we're kind of watching these last few seconds of a flurry. And the refs are looking at a similar feed as we are. So it's short time, and you see that Hart is doing his best to down block. Now Smith tries for almost like a headlock and then an inside trip right here. Headlock, inside trip, and touches his hands.
2.
That's 2. It's 1 second left. That's a 2-point takedown.
It's close. It's close.
You know, here's the thing, Chasen. There have been, like, really big calls, right? There's been 2 tonight. Now, here we go. There is a 2 takedown. And so that's what I was going to say. We needed one of those, right?
Oh,
2 in against us, so we got one.
There's been several calls.
Big match for Ty Smith. Dude, I'm telling you, right there, that's a good example. He keeps that match close and then is able to sting with a takedown right at the last second.
Hey, we're proud of him. He's got 1-7 record coming into this match.
Well, I'm going to be real. Ty Smith has he's tough, dude. And I think there's going to be some really good stuff that we're going to start seeing come from him. Big upset. Even though we lost the duel with the final score of 15 for Utah Valley University and 18 for Missouri, the Tigers, that last upset makes this sting not so bad. We appreciate you joining us for this special tri-duel with the University of Wyoming, Missouri Tigers, and your Utah Valley University Wolverines. We're signing off. This is Sam Allen and
Chasen Talbert. Hey, tune in. Keep following Utah Valley Wrestling as they go into the postseason. We're trying to make up a couple other duels that got postponed due to COVID. And stay tuned.
signing off. Thank you.